Hey guys, so you want to get into streaming and you've been doing a ton of research and you play off your console, right? You play off your Xbox, your PlayStation, your Switch, all that stuff, but you need a capture card. That's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be capture cards, okay? And you need a capture card to capture your gameplay to get into OBS or to get into Streamlabs, right? Very simple. Now here's the big question. Do you need to go buy an Elgato $230 capture card? Or will that $30 cheap guy on Amazon work just as well? Short answer, yeah, it will. That cheap guy will do everything you need it to do when you first start. Now, before I get all the trolls in here going, no, won't, yada, yada, all that stuff, that's garbage, don't give out bad information, all that stuff, I'm not. When you first start streaming, you will only be putting out a 720p 60 frames per second. Listen to that. A 720p 60 frames per second. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Do not push 1080p 60 frames per second. You will not be able to do that through Twitch. It will not be smooth. It will be very choppy. I'm only saying this because from experience. Also, it's pretty much industry standard. Everyone tells you that. The reason why we tell you that is because Twitch only allows you to push out so many KBs a second. Unlike YouTube and Facebook gaming, I believe, aren't capped or have a very high limit, Twitch only stops you at 66,000 KBs a second. They stop you at that. And if you're a partner, I believe you get 8,000 or 12,000. I'm not 100% sure, but you get a higher number. So you can definitely do it as a partner. But as an affiliate or just a streamer, you cannot push out more than 6,000 KBs a second. Okay? So there's no point in you trying to run a 1080p 60 frames per second on that stream, because it's not going to be smooth. It's going to be choppy. People are going to wonder what's going on. They're going to tell you your stream's choppy, not that it's not running smooth. It's going to lag. They're going to be upset about it, and you're going to lose viewers. That's just what's going to happen. Okay? Now, the flip side to that, the other reason why you're going to push out a 720 60 frames per second is because, say one of your viewers is on McDonald's Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi, Wendy's Wi-Fi, whichever Wi-Fi they're on, it's weak, okay? They cannot stream your video because it's buffering too much. And at 720 60 frames per second, it'll be a lot easier for them to stream that. And the reason why I say that is because with YouTube, if you're on YouTube and someone's having issues watching your video because it's buffering too much, they can downscale it. Twitch does not give you that option unless you are a partner. There might be other extenuating circumstances, but 99% of the time, if you are an affiliate or below, you do not have the option on your channel for someone to downscale your video right now so they can watch it smoother. So if you were pushing out 1080p 60 frames per second, you will not have a smooth stream, and someone will not be able to downscale it to have a better viewing experience. That's why I'm telling you this. So in essence, the card I'm going to link down below can hang and will do the exact same job this guy can do for a fraction of the price. Okay? It is a HDMI loop through. Okay, it has a 3.0 USB drive, USB port. Yes, you need to plug it into the wall with a USB micro USB cable, right, to power it. It's not the Elgato, where the Elgato can just plug into your PC through its USB-C port and everything works fine. You do have to power it, and then you will have to hook in. So you'll need 4 cables. You'll need 2 HDMI cables. You'll need the power cord, and then you'll need an actual USB port that comes out of it. This one has USB-C, as you can see, but the one that I'm linking down below has an actual 3.0 USB port out of it, so you'll need a 3.0 USB cable. It comes with a 2.0 USB cable. You're going to want to buy the other one for a better low latency stream, okay? Now, the other thing you'll need to do with this card is you will need to, once you hook it all up, you'll need to go into your sound settings and you'll have to make your PC listen to it. That way it'll be able to pick up all the audio, because that's the one issue you're probably going to have with it. It's not going to be able to work with the audio, and you'll be like, why isn't the audio working? Why isn't the audio working? It's because your PC has to listen to it. Once your PC listens to it, it'll pick up all the audio and you're good to go. Okay, no problem at all. The only issue that I had with this capture card is about once a month, I had to unplug everything, plug it all back in, and just go through the whole process again. A solid 2-3 minutes of a process, fixed. No problem. Okay. Yes, the Elgato, when it comes to the software, when it comes to all the added benefits that it has, if you can afford to drop $230 on this guy, go ahead, do it. Don't look back. It's worth it. I'm going to tell you right now, like when it comes down to it, when it comes down to the amount of advantage, the amount of abilities that you have to do with this guy versus that $30, yes, this guy crushes that $30. There's a reason why it costs $230. But the $30 guy will do everything you need it to do when you first start streaming. 100%. And no one can argue with that. I'm sorry, but they just can't. I ran with one for 3 months at the beginning of my stream. Everything ran smoothly. I accidentally set it up with 1080p, 60 frames per second, and I got a little choppy because it couldn't push that out. So I switched it back down to 720, and it worked absolutely smooth. Nothing wrong with it at all. It was great. I was having a great experience. Okay. Now, when you're in your OBS, we're going to switch over to a thing real quick. And there we go. When you're in your OBS, okay, you're going to need to have it listen to the audio and the video on the capture card. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the plus sign. Let's go into audio capture. Okay, audio capture first. We're going to go to sources. I don't have the card hooked up, but you're going to hit new source instead. Label it whatever you want. I would label it capture card audio, whatever you want. And hit add source. And then in this default one right here, and then click it, and it'll show up as one of these guys. Okay, it'll show up as one of these guys down here. No problem. Okay, it'll show up as one of those guys down there, and then you click it, and then there you go. You're capturing your audio from your game. Let's go ahead and get that out of there now. Now, the same thing, same process again. Hit the plus button, and then do the video. The exact same thing. It'll show you the display. It'll pop it down. You pick the display out of it. You size it to your window that you need to size it to, and everything will work just smooth, just like that. Okay, that's just a couple of things you need to do. It's very easy. It's basically plug and play. The only one thing that you have to do on top of plugging it all in is make sure your PC's listening to it. Once your PC listens to it, you're good to go. Okay, I suggest that if you are on a budget, if you're just starting streaming and you really want to get into it, you want to test the water, you want to dip your toe in there and check everything out, buy that card. You will not be disappointed. I was not. It worked very well. And now I'm going to show you a couple of clips side by side. And I'd like to see if you can pick out which one is the Elgato and which one is the $30 cheap capture card. You'll probably be able to pick it out because my capture game has kind of like gone up from there. And yeah, my streaming's got a lot better. So you're going to probably be able to pick it out anyways. But the actual gameplay, if you match the gameplay up side by side, I don't think you'll be able to pick out a difference. I really don't. Okay. So thank you for tuning in. If you liked all the information you heard, if you learned something today, please hit that like button. And if you want to stay tuned for more educational, all right, please, I hope it's educational, more informational videos coming out. I'm going to be doing a few more reviews on budget lighting that you can get that can work just as well for your stream as any of the Elgato stuff or any of the big name stuff. Not necessarily Elgato, just the big name stuff. I'm going to be listening cameras. You don't need to go out and buy yourself a mirrorless camera. The C920, I'll show you how to set that bad boy up so it gives you a decent picture. And then I'm also probably gonna do a review on the Elgato face cam because that thing just came out and it looks freaking amazing. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Thanks for watching the video. Like I said, if you liked it, like the video, please. And just leave a comment if you want to see anything else, and subscribe if you want to further see more content and learn some more stuff about some of the tricks that I've used to make my streaming a little bit better. Okay? Thank you guys. Peace.
No, there's no fuck damage. I downed a guy that shot at me.